Hello. I wasn't going to do a video on this because I am not from France. I've never been to France. I probably never will go to France, even though I'm in England and there's only the English channel between my country and their country. But nobody else seems to be doing a video about this. France has banned homeschooling. This didn't just happen overnight. They've been making it, they've been upping it and monitoring it, making it harder for homeschoolers for a while. This is an article wrote by The Independent. I'll just read you the snippet out of it that's relevant. Sorry if I pronounce anything wrong. I'm not French. Emmanuel Macron, that's the president of France, unveils radical plans to counter Islamic separatism in France. Blah 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 blah. Measures include banning homeschooling except on medical grounds and making school education compulsory for all children over 3 in order to avoid indoctrination by extremists in madrasas. Right, so first off, people have said to me, I'm not surprised because like a lot of other European countries have banned homeschooling. That doesn't make it right. And if people are just going to sit down and die and take this, and other countries will think, oh, we can do that too. And they're saying it's because of Islamic threat. Islamic terrorist extremist threat. Apart from the fact they have had some terrorism things going on, apart from the fact that it's a tiny percent, can't they sort it out? Why have normal people got to suffer for that? It's not about that. It is not about that. It's about control. It's about the massive rise of people that are homeschooling now. The government don't like it. They don't want free thinkers. I'll find a statement from a French family that I wanted to show you. I'll not say the names because it's off a screenshot that I didn't take of what somebody in France had said, and I'm not sure if, I'm not sure if that's what they want or not, so I'm not going to say the name. Hi all, we are a French family and we started homeschooling our 3 children in 2019. We organised our life around homeschooling. My wife works and I stay at home and teach the kids. It's been a great experience so far, and my only regret is not starting homeschooling them earlier in their lives. But today my soul is crushed. Our President Macron announced homeschooling will be banned from September 2021 in France. Our liberties are being taken away little by this government like never before in the name of protecting us against all kinds of real and made up, or at least grossly exaggerated enemies. My wife and I are heartbroken tonight. Would you please say a few words for us in your prayers for all Christian homeschooling families in France? Thank you. See, that's the thing with any government, including my own. They make out something is for your safety, so you just accept it. That's why they've used a terrorist angle. It's for your safety, so you must accept it. It's best, it's what's for you. It's not about that. What are they saying here? They're saying all parents are potential extremists, potential terrorists, potential abusers who are not trusted to raise and educate their own children. That is what they are saying here. That is not something to just be accepted. I'm really angry about this. And it's like that, not to that extreme, but it's like that to a point in this country as well. If your child falls over, hits their head and cuts their head open like that at home, social services will be called to check that you're not abusing that child. If your child falls over, cuts their head, bangs their head at a nursery or a school or a college and sent to hospital, they'll just say, okay then. Why? Because teachers are above suspicion and parents are not. It makes me angry. It does not take a village to raise a child. My children are mine. God does not make mistakes. You are chosen to be your children's parent because you have their best interests at heart. You know what's best for them. If you want to send your children to school, that is your choice. It's about choice here. I should have choice on how I raise my children. Same as if my children ever want to go to school, they ever say, Mummy, I'd like to try school, or, you know, Mummy, I want to do this when I grow up, I think doing this at school would be the perfect gateway for it. They can go to school because that is their choice. If this is about terrorism, which it's not, surely terrorists want to restrict the Western society's movements and what they do in their lives. So aren't they playing into the terrorists' hands? It just makes me angry. Parents should be the last person you suspect. Apart from, you know, extreme cases where there are abuse, your mum and dad, or your mum and mum, dad and dad, whatever, people have different setups nowadays, don't they? Your parents do the best job that they know how to do. It's absolutely disgraceful. It's a breach on human rights is what it is. And I know I'm ranting, but I'm speaking the truth. And originally in England, mainstream schooling was to teach kids the basic, well, not for the, you know, the upper classes have always had education, haven't they? But, you know, the lower classes, working class, was to teach them the basic skills they would need to work in factories, to be factory fodder. They don't want you teaching your kid. And that's another thing. If you've been to school, if you've been through that system that they're pushing for your kids, and they think that you're not capable of teaching your kids after being through the system that they think your kids should be in, that proves that the system's inadequate. Anyway, I'm going to go. I just wanted to say my piece on it because nobody else seems to be doing. I don't think this is something that people should just brush under the carpet. I think people should say that this is outrageous. You should have, whether you, even if you don't agree with homeschooling, even if you don't want to homeschool, it's never something that's never even been on your radar, surely you believe in parental rights. That's your child. You should decide about everything. You're the one. And ultimately, if anything goes wrong, you're the one that's going to take the blame for it, aren't you? So why are they taking the power away from parents to make decisions where their children are concerned? Just my opinion.